This video is brought to you by Osmocote, the planter's plant food.
All right, here's my favorite foliage plant. This is called Canna Tropicanna. And if you want to bring the look of the tropics to your patio, this is the plant to go for. Now, Canna Tropicanna is an Anthony Tesselar plant. That's the guy who developed these great colorful cannas. You can buy them this great big size at the nurseries. You can also find them in a smaller size container. I like to use the bigger ones for great big containers. And let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a container garden with a tropical look with a twist. First of all, notice this pot here. It is broken. Yep, I reuse broken pots, especially when you're doing something wild and jungle-like. And I'm going to put this great big canna towards the back. Now, here's a great tip. When you design a container garden, this one is just set into a flower bed. You only see it from the front. So I'm putting the height at the back rather than put the tall plant in the middle. Now, what contrasts with these big paddle-shaped leaves is I'm picking up the fact that there is a hot pink vein in the middle of these burgundy Canna Tropicanna leaves. And so I found a cherry-colored Cordyline. A Cordyline has great spiky foliage, direct contrast with the broad paddle-shaped leaves of the Canna Tropicanna. So I'll put that nestled in right beside Canna Tropicanna. And now, because I've picked up on the cherry, I want a great foliage contrast. So here is a Heuchera. Heucheras are perennial plants. They come back year after year. Lime green foliage, again, a different shaped leaf. So a different texture, but because we have these spiky pink flowers, a great match with the hot pink cherry sensation Cordyline and the Canna Tropicanna. So that's going to go in front. And you see I got a little bit of a creeping Jenny trailing out the sides of that broken pot. Now, great foliage plants for any container garden are the sweet potato vine. This is a lime green margarita sweet potato vine. This one is sweet Caroline red. Both of these are foliage plants that really add to the very tropical Hawaiian look of any container garden. So I can also add those, once again, putting the contrasting foliage, the purple next to the lime green, and maybe a little bit of lime green over here right by your canna. So I'm going to get this all planted up later on in the show, and wait till you see what I mulch it with. It adds that whole container garden with a twist. Kind of goes with the broken pot idea. But first, there's another container garden that I want to tell you about in my garden. These three foliage plants, Euphorbia, Tasmanian